Okay, let's dive into this because, we have all been there. You're just trying to get something done, stay secure online, maybe watch a show from another country, and then, boom, everything just grinds to a halt. You know the feeling, right? You're in the middle of the best part of a movie, or maybe a huge download is sitting at 99%, and then that little loading wheel starts spinning, and it just stops. The website's not responding, the video is frozen on some ridiculous facial expression. So you glance down at your menu bar or your phone screen, and that little key or shield icon, the one that tells you you're safe and protected, poof, it's just vanished. Your secure connection has dropped, and you're left feeling exposed, and let's be honest, just super frustrated. So, what's the deal? Why does this keep happening over and over again? Well, I can tell you right now, you are definitely not alone in this, and the reason is probably not what you think. It is almost never just bad internet. In this explainer, we're going to break down the real reasons your digital tunnel keeps collapsing. First things first, to really understand why it breaks, we have to do a quick refresh on how it's supposed to work in the first place. You can think of a VPN as your own private, encrypted tunnel that cuts right through the public internet. So yeah, a virtual private network, a VPN, its job is pretty simple, but it's absolutely crucial. It's designed to do two main things. First, it encrypts or scrambles your data so nobody can read it. And second, it makes you look like you're on a totally different network, hiding your real location and identity. And this shows you exactly how that works. See, your device connects to your internet service provider like normal, but the connection it makes to the VPN server is already encrypted, so your ISP can see you're connected to something, but they have no idea what you're actually doing. The VPN server then goes out and talks to the internet for you, creating that secure, private tunnel all the way back to your device. So that's the ideal world. But in reality, as we all know, that tunnel can collapse without any warning. So let's get into the real reasons why your connection suddenly drops out of nowhere. All right, reason number one. This is by far the most common one, and honestly, it has everything to do with our modern, on-the-go lives. Just think about it for a second. You're on your phone, you walk out of your house, and it automatically switches from your home Wi-Fi to your cellular data. Even if it's just for a millisecond, that's a complete network change. The VPN sees this little interruption, it loses its stable connection, and it has to drop the whole session just to reconnect on the new network. Okay, next up. Let's say you're sitting perfectly still. You haven't switched networks at all. Well, the problem might not be on your end. It could be about where your data is actually going. Right. Not all servers are created equal. If you happen to connect to a server that's getting hammered by thousands of other users, or one that's physically on the other side of the planet, that connection is just naturally going to be less stable. It creates this kind of trombone effect. Your data has to travel all the way out to some distant server and then slide all the way back, and that super long journey, well, it just really increases the chances of a drop. Now, for a reason that's a little more subtle and honestly way more frustrating, because it involves a third party deliberately messing with your connection. That's right, some internet service providers, well, they don't exactly love VPNs. They can't see your data, which means they can't sell it or use it. So during peak hours, they might throttle or intentionally slow down any traffic that looks like it's coming from a VPN, and that can be just enough to make your connection unstable and cause it to drop. But hang on, here is a crucial plot twist. Sometimes that sudden disconnection isn't a failure, it's actually a success. You're sitting there thinking, my internet just died. But what really happened is that your VPN detected the connection was unstable. Its kill switch feature then did its job perfectly. It immediately cut off all internet traffic to stop any of your unencrypted data from leaking out. It's a safety feature working exactly like it's supposed to. Now, to really get this, we need to just peek under the hood for a quick second and look at the language that your VPN is using to communicate. This language is called a protocol. Your VPN app probably gives you a choice between a few different protocols. You might see names like OpenVPN, which is kind of the old reliable workhorse, or newer ones like WireGuard. The choice you make here is often a trade-off. Some are blazing fast, while others are more stable and just better at handling those little network hiccups we talked about earlier. And that's really the key. Modern protocols are engineered for our messy, imperfect internet. They're designed to handle things like packet loss. That's where tiny bits of your data just get lost along the way. And they can handle network changes without totally dropping the connection. They have these clever ways to keep the tunnel open, even when the road gets a little bumpy. So after all of this, what's the big takeaway? The solution isn't just to go download a different VPN app and cross your fingers. The real fix is actually a shift in how you think about your connection in the first place.
The fix is all about understanding the factors that you can actually control. So ask yourself, what about your network? Are you moving around a lot? What about your server? Are you choosing one that's close by and not overloaded? What about your settings? Do you actually know what features like the kill switch are doing for you? And finally, your provider. Can you really trust them not to mess with your connection? And this all leads to a much bigger question. A VPN isn't just another app on your device that you can set and forget. It's supposed to be an active partner in your online security. So the question is the one you're using a partner that you can truly trust to keep that tunnel secure? And just as important, to keep it stable?